can't believe it. I just got up. I have not washed my face yet. Wait, let me do it. Kitty cat style. I didn't really lick them. I do love how kitty cats wash their faces. Anyway, it is Saturday and sunny, and I woke up. We are planning to leave on Wednesday. I got to talk to my daughter because I really want to go home on Monday. I think we're going to leave on Monday. I got to talk to a friend of mine that we're stopping to see along the way. Have you ever been away and you're just ready to go home? You feel like, okay, I'm ready to go home now. That's sort of how I'm feeling right now. This shirt is not a good shirt to wear with these shorts. The shorts pull down and the shirt pulls up. So I'm just having my morning water. And today, I'm not sure what's on the agenda today. We have been really, hi Melissa. We have been, this has been like, even though it's our daughter's house, it's been like a proper vacation where we're not doing a heck of a lot. Hey Lainey, hi. I think I am going to on TikTok. I think I'm going to take these. I painted this from our website. And I think I'm going to break them down into little more manageable pictures. I think I'm going to keep the welcome. I think I might put that up in our entry room at home. I think the trouble is my grandkids are totally in school mode. They do school from home, but they both want to get caught up, or actually they want to work ahead. And I just feel like everybody here is doing their routine. Morton and I have been just chilling out, and at home we have so much firewood to split and stack. Yeah, I started on Sunday will be my third time taking Zepbound. Zepbound, that's the name of it. And I'm loving it so far. Although I did hear yesterday I was messaging my nutritionalist about when I started taking it, August 11th, what my starting weight was then, which was 346 pounds, what my weight was yesterday, which was 329 pounds. And she's like, you're losing weight too fast. You should lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And I'm thinking, I don't have any appetite. Like I sip water all day, staying plenty hydrated. But it's the first time in my life I've never food has always been on my mind. Always. Like if people are talking about food, like right now, if we said, hey, what do you like for breakfast? And people started talking about breakfast foods, I would start mentally salivating. I really would. And sometimes like physically salivating too. But it just does not happen. It's freaky. And I think like, is this how normal sized people feel? I really, honestly, I want to know, like, is this normal? Is this how normal people who are not, 200 pounds overweight, is this how their mind works? If so, I love it. I'm all there for it. And the other thing too, I'm experiencing kind of for the first time in my whole life, I'm full. I am full. And the thing about it is, like, if you eat a meal, big meal, you're stuffed. And then somebody says, yeah, do you want, there's, homemade Italian gelato for dessert. Do you want some? Suddenly I would have room for it. I always called it like dessert stomach or dessert leg, whatever. It was like you had room for that. And now, like, it's weird. It's so weird. And Lainey says, I'm the same as your starting weight, 5'7". I've already lost 120 pounds with gastric sleeve, but it's been a year of plateau. You want to get down to 200. Been considering the shot. I have a friend who she had, I think she had gastric bypass. I'm not sure. And good morning, Albert. And she lost weight. She lost 100 pounds. She gained 80 pounds back. And she started doing the shot a couple months ago. And she's losing her weight. I just pulled on the cord and pulled you over. Sorry. Are we awake now? So, yeah, talk to your doctor about it. My doctor was, I was kind of like, oh no, good morning, good morning. My doctor was saying, like, you want to only lose 1 to 2 pounds a week. And I'm thinking, I'm paying $550 a month for this shot. That's what it's costing me. Zepbound, you can get a coupon for it. It's normally, I think it's $1,100. If my insurance will not cover it. I have insurance, they won't cover it. Which I think that really stinks, because my insurance would cover for me to have $150,000 worth of weight loss surgery. That's bizarre. That is bizarre. And I'm like, look, I already have, our deductible is like almost $8,000 a year for our insurance. And I said to Morton, I think I'm going to save $550 a month in junk food. And I think I am already. Thanks, outside again. And good morning, everybody. Or good afternoon, or wherever you are in the world. Hello, hello. So it's a personal choice. I think as well, since I've started doing this, like I said, I sip water. I don't drink water like I used to do. I sip water demurely. I love Jules, the person who's, they're just going viral or have gone viral for, the demure. I love it. Anyway, I sip water, but I don't like eat. I don't even think about eating. And I got to think about, like last night, dinner was a salad. And I had no. There's a TikTok going viral about that has gone viral about I'm demure. I do it mindfully, and I just love it. I'm obsessed. So Max, we don't talk about any politics here. No politics, no religion, never, ever. Only love and positivity. We is me and my husband, who's still sleeping. But yeah, the dinner last night. I ate salad, which I eat salad a lot. Hey, Belgium. And yeah, I don't do anything that's not love based. If I don't love doing it, I don't do it. If I'm not passionate about something and don't love something, I don't do it. I'm 61 years old. I have zero time. I have zero time for negative energy, negative people. You are only like, there's this saying, like, you're as good as the 5 people that are closest to you, right? That's kind of the level that you're going to rise to. And I don't think of like status and wealth. I have a lot of friends that have money. I have a lot of friends that don't have money. And I believe that the thing is I think it's the positivity and energy. That's what I wanted to, I want everybody to vote KDB. Of course, the right way. But I think that positive energy and positivity, it doesn't have anything to do with like money or financial status. I don't believe that. My grandma was my mom's mom. She was so poor her whole life. She lived, she was when I knew her, she was old when I knew her. She passed away when I was 10 or 11. But she never had money, never ever ever. Tell you what she did have. She had the prettiest garden you ever wanted to see. She grew the prettiest flowers you ever wanted to smell. She had time for me, her granddaughter, to hang out with her in the garden and tell me things. I wish I would have paid more attention. And she was always smiling. She had twinkly blue eyes. I mean, I can still picture her eyes twinkling. I gotta show you. When I go home, I gotta go through some family albums because I love when family members tell me that I remind them of my grandma. I love that. And people have been telling me that my whole life. She had my cheeks while I have her cheeks. And I think positivity and love is where it is at. I really do. Oh, oh no. I had one grandma who I felt like everybody says that she didn't dislike me, but I knew that she did dislike me just because of like she was very indifferent to me, very cold. I don't ever remember a hug ever from her. That was one grandma. Thankfully, I had another one. I can't imagine being a grandma and not like I like my grandkids. Oh my gosh, they're my whole wide world. You know, um, they're my grandkids. Oh, I love them beyond belief. Oh, I know, Katie. Yes, Katie. This is the beautiful thing about our lives. Like we're born with certain family members, and I have some family that I have zero contact with anymore, just because of like negativity and bad stuff, and just you don't have to be family with the family you were born with. There's a whole big world out there. Find friends and find people. Like, I have a lot of people who say to me, like, I wish you were my grandma, I wish you were my mom, I wish you were my sister. And I think all of these labels, they don't really mean things. I have people that I'm extremely close to that I am totally not related to at all. And I think that's the beautiful part of this world, you know? You can find friends that give us what we need and we can give them what they need. And that's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah, this is a short little ride we get here. I'm 61 and I really feel like sometimes I feel like I'm, 5 years old. I feel like it's so early, and other times I feel like, you know, I've lived for centuries. It's bizarre. It is, and the best part about being or having a good friend is you get to be a good friend too. And I'm working myself. I can only work on myself, and I'm working on becoming a better listener. And I do a heck of a lot of social media stuff where it's just like this. You and I are hanging out. I'm looking at my phone. We're visiting like this. And so it's hard for me to be a listener when it's a one-way dialogue. But when I'm sitting with people, I have to work on keeping my big yapper shut and listening because I already know about everything about me. Well, I know most of the things about me. And no, I'm just an artist and a crafter and a dreamer and a doer. I don't just dream, I like to do too. But I do try to think that I do try to always lead. Always try to lead with love, like intention of love. Intention of love is this, is this thing gonna make me happy? And if it's not gonna make me happy, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not. It's too short. This life, this little ride we get here, it's way too short. You know, you blink and you're 61. I blinked, and yesterday I could have been out in the garden with my grandma picking flowers and learning about things and saving seeds. Like all my seed saving stuff that I do, I learned that from my grandma and my dad. My dad taught me seed saving for vegetables, but my dad didn't grow any flowers. My dad rarely grew a flower. My grandma grew nothing but flowers except on her little patio. She had a couple little containers that she would plant yellow tomatoes in, little yellow tomatoes. And I can remember thinking they're the most exotic things I've ever seen in the world. Because my dad grew like the big red tomatoes that you'd slice up and have on sandwiches. And P.S. Before I started taking the Zepbound shot, saying that, I would have mentally been salivating to eat a tomato sandwich, and now I'm not. It's weird. 32-year-old woman, depression, going through a rough financial year. Katie, I have been there. Oh my gosh, I've been there. I was just talking the other day. Just the other day, I was saying to a friend of mine she's having some financial difficulty, and I said, I can remember so many times of cutting into the side of this little homemade piggy bank that I had to get the change out of it to buy gas to go to work and go to, count my pennies up until I, you know, thanks, this top was $1 at the charity shop. So I would just, you don't have a piggy bank. You have a mom who's helped you so much. That's one, Katie, that is so wonderful. That's so wonderful. Um, and so I think we get just what we are after, but the problem is we don't always know what we're after. So I think a lot of times, like I was a single mom most of my time raising my kids, and most of the time I didn't have an outside job. I just did my arts and crafts, and I would do art shows on the weekends, and I would sell enough to live on. Like I lived that way. But there were times that I kind of joke about my resume. I've been like a personnel manager. I've been a dog groomer. I've been a photographer. I've done a lot of stuff. And I only like to do stuff until it's not fun anymore, or it doesn't feel like, the minute things seem like this isn't a fit, I would leave it. And that could be a good or a bad thing. But I did I didn't really career hop because I always had my arts and crafts. I would use the other things to supplement it, or like when my son wanted to play football in school, I knew I had to have insurance for that, so I got a real job, and loved it until it went from like a 40-hour-a-week job that fit into my kids' schedule to like a 60-hour-a-week job that I was gonna have to have babysitters, and I couldn't. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but I was a single mom, so I couldn't just do that. I had to make money and do that, and yeah. So yeah, you got to find escapes for yourself, Katie. I would escape in my art and in books and in joy. Yeah, yeah. But there are things you can do. There's a lot of phony baloney things too. It's like, do this online thing and you have a TikTok shop and you're gonna be a gajillionaire in 2 months. Become an Amazon influencer and you will earn $5,000 a month. Maybe for some people, but no, I don't think that's the norm. I think the normal thing is people hep it up, you know? People talk a good game, and yeah. And Etsy, everybody always asks me if I do Etsy, but I don't because of the fees. there's a lot of fees to it. So yeah, find your passion, find your passion, and keep doing what you're doing to do what you got to do financially. But find what makes you excited and happy. For me, it's always been art. It's been growing things. I love to grow things. Gardening. Oh my gosh. And meditation. Get meditation. I discovered it in January 2021. I was in Scotland, and it kind of was a situation out of my control, and I started meditating. Oh my goodness. First started meditating at night so I could go to sleep, and then it turned into I would meditate in the morning. And yeah, when I garden, I meditate for sure. I just never knew that I was meditating. I've been doing it all along. And yeah, get outside and do what you can, and make like connecting with people. Um, Thanks, Katie. My my parents had 6 kids, and I was the only one that my father named, and he chose the name Priscilla. And when I was little, I didn't like it because I got teased. I got called Miss Priss, like as an insult, and Prissy, and Prissy Pants, which that was annoying, but I love it now. But yeah, the find things that light you up. And another thing, like I have had depression. I think everybody has. And I had suffered from depression about a year after we bought the church. I got in a really dark spot, Like, I don't even want to think about it. But I started reaching out to people, like people that I knew. And this is going to sound weird, but we were talking about their problems and not mine, you know? And I was like trying to, how they say we can figure out other people's problems better than ourselves? That's what I was doing. I was, yeah. And I think it's about getting perspective, Yeah, get home from school, take off your shoes, play out back. Yes, bare feet on the ground. I still do. I'm in my bare feet right now. In Florida, you can't really, hey Rach, in Florida, you can't really walk around outside in your bare feet because of fire ants. Fire ants. We saw a lady last night. She wasn't, I would guess she was like maybe 18 or 19. And she was walking in the grass beside a road that had no sidewalks. And we were on our way to my sister's house, and I said to Morton, I kind of want to just stop and see if she needs help. But she was like walking like she was going somewhere, and maybe she was out walking for exercise, and I didn't want to embarrass her, because back when Morton and I did a bicycle trip in 2007, we bicycled up the east coast of America. But the first part of our trip, we walked through the Florida Keys, and I lost track how many people would stop and say, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, I'm okay. I'm just fat, and we're walking. And so many people thought that, that we were homeless, because we kind of were. This is my granddaughter's craft room that we're in. The one time I sat down during the walk when it first started. This is a book that I wrote about it. I sat down here. This actually might have been the time that it happened. This right here. That picture right there. I sat down to take a break, and I put a blanket or a towel down And I'm sitting there and I started feeling like a fiery burn on my ankle. And I'm looking down and my towel was on fire ants. And I'm like, oh, I don't even know how I can get off the ground. It was crazy. It was crazy. I brought this book down here. I'm writing a play about this because it's 3 years from now. It's going to be the 20th anniversary of our bike ride, and we want to retrace the bike ride, but not ride the bike ride again. And I really want to do a play about it. I've always wanted. I love storytelling, and I've always wanted to tell my story. Not that I have a particularly interesting story, but I've done a lot of cool things. And thanks, Cobra. And Lainey says, step down a riverbank at Trinity River and knee-high grass, worst mistake ever. Oh, you started feeling the bites. Oh no. That's crazy. Yeah, thanks for subscribing. I love YouTube, and I'm gonna start doing more live stuff on YouTube. I do write small stories for kids. I write and illustrate them. I have lots of books on Amazon. Lady of the Leaves, Summer Sun Drops. The first one that I wrote, actually, well, I've written books before this one, but on a live, I wrote this on a live a year ago in Florida, and I've written a whole season of fairy tales, and this one is Lady of the Leaves, my first one, and they're all on Amazon. My website is the 1870studio.com, because the church that we were, oh, you have Lady of the Leaves, yay, 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 yay. I have done YouTubes where I've read them. And then this is my latest one, Summer Sun Drops. And it's set in the church that we live in. And it's about these hedgehogs. And but I'm working on, I'm gonna put all 4 of my season fairy tales into a hardcover book. Yeah, I did the art too. I write and illustrate it. But I'm gonna do a hardcover book. I want it to come out like in November, and I want to do like from the Lady of the Leaves. I'm working on the story right now for what happens after that. I do a lot of online stuff. I used to do in-person stuff at the church we live in, but then COVID happened, and my workshop schedule just stopped. So, yeah. Crunch, crunch, I want my lunch. I love this. That's cute. But, yeah, I rarely do in-person workshops anymore, just because I don't have a studio anymore that's good for the public to come into. I have a studio, but it's kind of like my whole house where we live. And I've had people, yeah, I haven't really done live streams. Well, wait, I think I have done live streams on here where I've painted. I think I have. I do them on TikTok. I do Watercolor Wednesday on TikTok. And yeah, this past Watercolor Wednesday, I painted this stuff, which is all for my, it's all on my website. I'm doing an online exhibition. I do have Instagram. I do. All my social media is the same. It's all the same, the 1870studio.com. And I don't want people, my goal with social media is to spark somebody's imagination. And yeah, the Facebook group, Lainey, thank you for that. The Facebook group is lovely because people can share. The church that we live in was built in 1870. I have a picture of it here. There's a picture of it in winter. think I might have done a, there's a picture of it, and fall. That's our home. And yeah, the on social media, I really want to connect with people, and not like just blah 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 me, blah 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 what I'm doing. I don't want to do that. I don't want to ever do that. I want you to see, like, I'm 100% just like a real person doing real things. I did not win a lottery. I did win a lottery of love. I'm married to the most wonderful man in the world. I can show you his picture even though he's not here. I have two pictures of him sneakily in this book. I would inspire people to start doing your dream now. Don't wait. Do not wait. Do not wait. That's Morton on that little computer that hedgehog's looking at. That's my Morton. Yay, thanks for following me. But yeah, I want to inspire people to just whatever their dream is. I think the tough part is figuring out what the heck is your dream. Like, a lot of people don't know. I really don't know either. My dream is chasing joy, chasing happiness. I love making people feel better. I love that. I think the whole world needs a feel better moment. I think we really do. I think we just, and I think it's going to start with love, kindness, and, just sharing ourselves. You're getting a bunch of new canvases and people. My granddaughter has these 3 giant canvases sitting back here that I got her the last time we were down. And we've been talking about, are we gonna do something with it? And I got her these the other day. Her paintbrushes were a wreck, so I've been cleaning her paintbrushes. Like, this one was totally this paintbrush was beyond repair. And I cleaned it perfect for her. I did a TikTok on showing you how to do that. Yeah, I'll tell you, it's simple. Put it in like a foaming soap and let it soak. But I just got, this was from Michael's, and it's a little vase that's perfect for holding her watercolor brushes and acrylics. So, yay, I'm glad you like the TikTok. So I always try to leave things better than I found them. And when Maggie and I go shopping to Michael's, we look at like what's on sale. I thought I had a $5 coupon. It had expired. And get stuff off yours. So when they get super hard, I still have some soaking from my video yesterday. Oh, they're so good now. They're perfect now. Don't be afraid to let them soak overnight. And these were all ruined. She said, I need to throw them away. And I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. So, and this is a jar that I made something was in here, some kind of food that I bought. And that's just tissue paper that I put around it. And then I colored it with alcohol ink and I stamped on it. And I drew like some little faces in it. But Maggie really liked it, so I gave it to her. So I'm just gonna choose one here and show you. This had the soap in it. I just took tissue paper, plain white tissue paper, and glued it on here. See that? And I just put PVA, just regular, like Elmer's glue on here. And then, then I put on one layer, and then I put on alcohol ink, and then I put on another layer. Yeah, the paint on the wooden handle cracks. This one had been completely gummed up. So you take it out. It's just soaked now in the water. I mean, in the soap. Mostly all soap. But down here at the bottom, I like to just see if I can get close here. I like to take my fingernail and just scrape. See the little bits of paint that I'm getting off of there? I just like to scrape it along, right the edge, right where the metal connects to the brush. And then I'm gonna take and just squirt some water on there and kind of give it a little push and work. And look at all the colors coming out of there. I am not afraid to try any craft or task. Like before we bought the church and did what we did to the church, I didn't know how to do any of that. YouTube is a great source of information. Look at all the dirt coming out of here. And this brush, you kind of got to just work with it a little bit. Your phone's at 2%. Okay, Katie, we'll see you later. No worries. If you just work it, take your time and work it. You don't want to let it stand in water like that for ages. This is a short, flat brush. Does it say the number? Nope. Oh, it does. It's a number 8. And they call it a bright. It's a royal. It's not a particularly expensive or good brush, but it's still worth saving. So I'm just easily scraping apart the stuff here at the bottom. And there's just like, look at all the color that's coming off there. The orange was from another brush. So this is a fun thing to do while you're watching TV. If you just want to watch TV and clean your brushes. The easiest way to clean brushes is just clean them right after. But sometimes, like, you get interrupted. I'm guilty of myself coming back to brushes that are just all, gunked up, and you think, oh, why didn't I wash it last night? Why did I drop that brush? All the way down. But yeah, sometimes you get interrupted. So I like more soap, less water. And then I use my water at the end. And I like to work it until it feels pliable again. This one is definitely going to be a fine brush for her to use again. And I'm going to keep working it. See, I'm still getting I'm guessing it was a black paint she had put on this one, until it comes clear. And I can see the black it started down here at the end, and I've been working it up to the top. Now I'm going to try to get it off the tippy top. And even if I can't, look, it's all flexible again. Like I can paint with this brush right now, easily. I was going to, I gotta wake Morton up in 30 minutes. I was gonna paint up my painting that I did on Watercolor Wednesday. I was gonna keep working on that today. I am so happy with how this one's cleaning up now. Maggie's gonna be thrilled. It's almost all the way clean. Yay! It's definitely usable. Maybe I'll use it in my watercolors and it'll come all the way clean. I'll get another style of brush here to show you. These ones have been, like I said, they've been soaking overnight. You can see that still in there. And now just a little bit of rub and it's all coming off. All coming off. And whenever I do this to a brush, I never do this to I have some brushes that are really expensive that I've had for like over 20 years. And I take excellent care of them. If you buy a good brush, it'll last you your whole lifetime. But you gotta take care of it. Another little thing I'll do is I'll take mineral oil. I'm not gonna make a TikTok or a video about this though, because a lot of people will just argue that it's gonna like loosen the stuff in here. But I'll just dip the end in Olive oil works really well too. I'll just dip the end in the oil and work it like that. And it, oh, it makes it so nice. And this was acrylic paint that was on here. So I'm kind of just having to kind of just scrape it off. Using my fingernail and the, my fingernail and the paper towel. And it is coming off. It's coming off. It just takes a little patience. Just a little patience, that's all. It's almost all gone now. Another little spritz of water. Just keep working at it. I hear Morton. It's almost all done. I do have water. I'm doing a live on YouTube. Stick your head in and say hello.
Morning.
Thank you.
You want one of these shakes?
No, thank you. Vitamin. I have a B12 deficiency. Look at just a teeny bit left. I always, when it gets to that point, I always feel like I'm just going to use you now to paint with, because the paint, the brush is nice and sharp again. It's a chisel brush. I don't know what number it is. It doesn't say. It looks like it's a 4, but Morton's already gone. And that's my Eliquis. I had a pulmonary embolism in March after long flying and too much sitting, and yeah. But so I'm on a blood thinner. Hopefully the end of October I get to come off that. But that's the brush. That brush is done now. There's a little bit of blue. One little bit of blue left. I thought I had it all. It's funny, I held it up to my camera and saw it. A little bit. You can definitely bring brushes back from the brink of being bad. We were saying we're gonna leave Wednesday. I'm gonna talk to my daughter because I think we're gonna leave on Monday. I'm stopping to see in South Carolina. I'm stopping to see a girlfriend and spend the night with her. And I'm gonna message her and see if it's okay for Monday night instead of Wednesday night. I'm just ready to be home. I have so much stuff to do at home. And down here, there are lovely distractions, but I also feel like I'm a distraction down here to my grandkids. So we might go home on Monday, but we won't be home till Tuesday because we'll sleep over. And we are driving, which is good and bad. I should jump off because I hear people up now out there. But thanks for keeping me company this morning, and thanks for all your great questions and comments and being here. And I hope that your Sunday is lovely and fun. And you do, thanks, Lainey. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Saturday. I said Sunday. It's just Saturday. I get confused as to what day of the week it is sometimes. So I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Oh, and I put up a YouTube that my granddaughter filmed yesterday of me swimming in the pool doing some exercises. So maybe they'll help.